What's up, everybody? It's Jane Hamill. How are you? Let's talk about running your product-based business with less burnout and more money. I gotta say, I have quite a few baller clients right now. Just, I always love my clients, but I have a few people who have maybe found me at the exact same time I was looking for them. So I like to think of myself as a personal trainer, but for your business, right? You kind of know how to work out. You could go to the gym by yourself. You could be consistent with your marketing. You could tame the crazy brain and stick to the plan by yourself, but most of us don't. And we could use a little help, whether that's some kind of accountability, group coaching, or private coaching, whatever. So this week, I mean, I gotta say, I'm tired. I am tired of hearing so many people complain about how sick of the social media content grind they are, how sick of it they are. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about it. And my number one goal for this year is to help my clients and students in my programs do evergreen marketing. So come up with marketing that can run in the background without you. Okay. So evergreen just means something that you can run all the time. And there's a few things that are working that I want to run through to really open up your brain to ideas that don't involve making a TikTok video every day or posting, how many times a day or going live for hours. Like really, guys, really, we gotta have a different plan. So many product-based entrepreneurs, you make candles, you make jewelry, you make home goods, you make food, you make fashion. You look at all the other brands who do those things and you think their marketing is working for them and you should do it like that. And I'm here to tell you opposite. It's opposite day, people. How can you market yourself, your brand, without killing yourself? Okay. So there's a few things that I wrote down that people are doing that are working. And so, and evergreen just means something that you don't have to do from scratch every single time. Okay. So for the most part, it means creating some kind of a funnel to get people into your world, a lead magnet. Maybe it's a quiz, some automated, partially automated system where people find you, get on your list, you email them regularly, and they buy. Okay. Lots of that can be automated, but it's a funnel. It's not just like if I post a lot, I get more sales. And if I don't show up on social, I get nothing. Okay. The second one would be SEO, search engine optimization. And by that, I really mean using a blog. Now, it could be long form content in the case of like YouTube. YouTube is actually number three, but SEO, blogging to get found for certain search keyword searches can be very, very powerful. It's not a quick fix. And most of my clients are like, oh, that's going to take so long. Well, then it's been a year and you've been posting how many times of, uh, like seriously, SEO takes too long. Really? 6 months, a year? Is that really too long? How many times are you going to post on social hoping to God that people are going to respond and buy from you and you have no idea and you can't even really track it very well? Whereas if you were blogging intentionally to get found by ideal clients, that shizzle can be working, it's not a sure thing, but it's way more logical and calm than going live on social all the time or making social posts. So search engine optimization. Now, when I'm talking about that, that's really, yes, there's on page, on site SEO you can do, right? On your homepage, your images, all the things, regular stuff. Great. But I'm talking about blogging and not blogging every single week or anything like that, but using a system that I can't recall who I heard him refer to it as the greatest hits content, where he just aims to help his clients create 5 epic blog posts based on 5 keywords, based on your ideal audience, long tail keywords, by the way, and really optimizing those. So starting with one. So let's say, I'm going to take an example that I was just looking at from Almanac Supply Company. absolutely brilliant marketers, the people behind Almanac Supply Company. And I looked at their information. I looked at their site via Uber Suggest to see what pages get the most traffic. And like 3 out of 5 of the top pages are articles that they've written, like how to charge your crystals, things like that. And so very specific, long form articles. Like the top few that they have are 2010 words. Like I just went through it. And it's driving thousands and thousands of views per month. If you have something that is going to attract your people basically for free, I mean, she might be driving traffic, search traffic for that, but I doubt it. Um, then you can have a pop-up to get them on your list to sell to them that way. Or if they're searching how to charge your crystals, they probably want to buy crystals, which shockingly they sell, right? So evergreen marketing things that I really hope you consider choosing one of these to focus on this year, in addition to whatever else you might be doing. I'm not saying change your whole strategy, but really consider, am I going to create some kind of funnel to either drive sales or drive leads on my email list? Search engine optimization via my blog. YouTube. YouTube is a search engine. And I have, like, I don't know why I'm embarrassed to say this, but I have videos that I taped or did like 10 years ago that I have not touched. I still get traffic to them and I still get sales and articles too, by the way. I mean, I'm talking about articles I wrote in like 2011, like ridiculous and have barely been updated. But I mean, the content is evergreen and it's, principles of marketing or principles of launching a product-based business. Okay, and then the next one, it's similar to number 2 with the SEO, but it's called an advertorial. And an advertorial is something that I taught a few years back. Well, I've taught it lots of times over the years, but a few years back, based on Boom by Cindy Joseph, now Boom Beauty, which is Ezra Firestone's brand. And it's, his advertorial is, it's like a blog post, but it's heavily laden with get on our list, buy our products. These are our top 5 things. It's, the article is basically 5 tips for older women, 5 makeup tips for women over 50. And you go there and he gives you 5 tips, which are pretty good. He had a partner who was a supermodel who helped him create the brand when he started the brand. And so the tips are good, but then it goes into their story, the story of, Cindy, the supermodel, why, what kind of makeup changes when you get older. And then, do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? Do you want to buy this? So I call it an advertorial. It's a very specific strategy. And I have taught it, and it has definitely worked for clients. I recall years ago, one of my clients did something to do with sweaters, like high-end cashmere, or I think cashmere, alpaca, maybe sweaters. And the average sweater was like $1,200. And it was an article about whatever, I'm just going to say about cardigans type thing. And it was an information article. It was very well done. It had a combination of tips, stories, images, alpacas, like goats or something. And not goats, whatever. And then it had like a call to action to, hey, do you want to buy a sweater? Do you want a monogram? Do you want to create your own custom sweater? And within a few days of putting that up, that brand got a huge sale. They put up like a Facebook post saying, hey, what type of person are you? Check out our article about this. And somebody like immediately bought from them. So I do have clients for sure crushing it with SEO, but sometimes they're just doing more of a traditional blog. Sometimes they're really making it an advertorial. Either way, what I'm going to suggest to you is keeping it really simple. You don't have to blog every week anymore. That is over. Okay, outdated. What Google seems to want and what the gurus are teaching and what's working is more like a few pillar posts that are long form. So, 1,000, 2,000 words, well thought out, not written by AI completely, people. I know a lot of y'all like, oh, I'm going to blog now because AI writes the best articles. AI does not write the best articles. AI is awesome in helping you organize your thoughts, maybe getting some spiffy little words, but it sounds like a computer. It doesn't sound like a human. You're not going to rank that well with just AI articles. You're not. So, yes, use it. That's fine. But please know that is not the answer. If you are serious about evergreen marketing strategies, and blogging to get traffic is one of the things, please, for the love of God, don't just outsource everything to AI. It has to be a human also. Okay. All right. So, creating a funnel, SEO, particularly the greatest hits content idea, starting with one heavy duty article optimized for SEO, all the things, doing it the quote unquote right way. YouTube, for sure. YouTube is the gift that keeps on giving, as is blogging. And then possibly just creating one advertorial instead of saying, I'm going to be an SEO. I'm going to go into this as a strategy this year. Just say, I'm going to try this one thing. I'm going to go after one keyword, and I'm going to try to get people to go there, and some of them to then go on my list, and some of them to then buy. And then that could be my funnel, right? So I hope that helps. We had a lot of wins this week with my clients. Like, really, I'm so impressed with them and so proud. I'll tell you, we had one who she's fairly new, and she wanted to make her website clear with her new direction of what she's doing. So we really did some deep strategy work about what is her unique selling USP. And we came up with multiple different like hooks, like why would people be interested in this? Here's 6 or 7 reasons. Who's the person that would be most interested? Who's most likely to pay and happy to pay? We did kind of the work. And then I said, okay, so now you're going to go make those changes, right? We kind of created the copy together in our sessions. And she's like, I said, so when is your deadline? When will this be done? And she's like, oh, when I work on the website, it takes me a long time. So hours. And I said, how about 45 minutes? Okay. And she's like, what, Jane? But we really, truly had kind of come up with the messaging together over the course of a couple sessions. So we had it all in our notes. And so I said, let's try some time blocking. Give yourself 45 minutes to do a crappy first draft of your homepage. And, this client is an artist. So she's particularly like me, like I'm a fashion designer, like, I can go down a rabbit hole and I'll see you next week, right? Like if I don't do setting timers and time blocking, I will start to work on my website and it'll be 3 hours and I've gotten like almost nothing done. So I have to use a lot of productivity tips. And one of them is just giving myself a time block for it, turning off, putting my phone at least 6 feet away or in the other room, turning off all notifications and saying, I'm going to do a crappy first draft. This is what she did. I couldn't believe she was like all in. She tried it. And I said, when will it be done? She said 11 a.m. on Monday morning, 11 a.m. on Monday morning. She sent me in Slack, it's done. Oh my God, it only took 45 minutes and the whole first draft is done. And it's amazing. And so I gave her feedback via Slack. I made her a little video with some tips. And then round 2 was another 45-minute session. And that's it. And her website is fucking amazing. Like, it's just great. So I'm just so proud of my clients. Another one was having some real inventory problems and cash flow problems. So she did sort of a beat the clock sale clearance, which, a lot of people struggle with. Like, I don't want to be known as always putting things on sale. And so we went through what are 4 ways you could ease your cash flow problems. We came up with 4 things she could do, and she chose one and did it and made almost $22,000 in one day. It was so much fun. Another one did sort of a promotion to sell their jewelry, and a percentage was going to a charity. And so we came up with a simple strategy that I learned from Tiffy Ferment at Baby Teeth, who is such a boss. Love her so much. She's been a mentor in my programs. She's a great entrepreneur. And it was sort of this getting an Instagram shout out. So we came up with some verbiage and copy and creative assets that she could ask other people to shout out, like, hey, I'm supporting this cause. This percentage of this type of product is going to this cause. Could you post it with a link? And she DM'd 75 people, 75 accounts. And her sales, I mean, Crazy. She sold out. She couldn't even believe it. She actually emailed me the next day and it said, "This can't wait." And I just thought it was one of her regular emails that she was sending to as an email. And so I didn't open it. And then I opened it and it's like, "This can't wait till our next session." This is what happened. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Because the immediate, like, oh my God, so many people are sharing this. And, her creative assets were beautiful. Like the graphics, everything was it's fucking great. It was just very homey and wonderful. And her shining face was on there, her smiley face. And it really was working. And so then, you know how crazy we are as entrepreneurs. As soon as she started selling a lot, she started panicking about selling too much and then having to like run out of inventory, which was, just the way we are. Right. So luckily with her product, she's able to restock very quickly. And so she was able to keep taking orders. But she said it was insane. And the other client who did the Beat the Clock sale, clearance sale, which she's never done before, ever. And it was literally a teaser email the night before and then an email that morning saying it's on, go. And that's it. That's all she did. And she posted in a Facebook group as well. And that's it. She didn't put it on social, nothing. And she had to get, a lot of products were sold out. And then she had to turn off like some things because she's like, I don't know how I'm going to ship all of this. So people are buying. People are buying. And my clients are clever. And they're treating their marketing as a big, fun, sexy game. And that's the ticket. Because if you see it as just a test, I don't know if this will work, but I'll try it. And then I'll collect the data and then I'll pivot. Because another person did the Instagram shout out thing this week, and that didn't work great for them. It wasn't awesome, but it was awesome for the jewelry company. So these are not foolproof tactics, strategies, right? Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it's not. The goal is to test, test, test. When something works, you write down what worked, what didn't work, what could I do better next time, and you do it again. And if it was a complete bust, you don't do it again. But for most efforts that we do in our marketing, the first time we do it, it's going to be like, pretty good, okay, blah, blah, blah. You're just going to have to get better at it and stick with the same things. So if you are willing to really think about evergreen strategies, I can't urge you enough to do that, okay? And if you feel like you are willing to go to the gym and you want a personal trainer, mind you, I will not get you muscles, but I will help get you money and sales. You might want some coaching. So you can find that on our site at fashionbrainacademy.com. I am taking a couple more private clients, particularly people who are willing to take some risks and test some new strategies, and do stuff quickly. If you're someone who right now it's going to take you a long time to implement, it's probably not a great fit for coaching at the moment. But if you're like, yeah, I can test and I have the bandwidth to like, hey, I can throw that out there and let's see what happens, then hit me up. Okay. Brain at fashionbrainacademy.com. Also, the startup course. A lot of people are buying that lately. I don't know what's in the water. Or maybe, spring is coming. Is it that? Because a lot of people are really thinking about starting businesses in the spring. I remember contractors that I used to work with, factories, were all like, oh, the springtime. Oh, can't stand. I just remember one guy, it's a lovely Korean guy, was like, oh, Jen, springtime kill me, because too many people were inquiring about working with his factory in the spring. But yeah, so the Launch a Line / new designer program is, a really great price, you guys. So much solid information in there about how to launch a clothing or any sewn product. So all of that's back on the site, fashionbrainacademy.com. Have a great day. As you can tell, those of you watching the video, I'm like glowing here. The sun is going down. It's freezing. It's not that freezing outside, but it's freezing in my house right now. There's guys working, so I'm in a weird room. And anyway, it's all good. But boy, congratulations to all the people who are testing and trying the things. Whether the results are getting exactly what you want or not, it doesn't matter, right? Treat your marketing like a big, fun, sexy game. Have fun. Bye, guys.